What's up, guys? Hey, so a couple things I want to go over. First thing this morning is there's been a lot of confusion about posting on Facebook saying that I'm not going to be doing. Hold on, I gotta turn the music down here. Not going to be doing answering questions via my personal account. Basically, what I'm trying to get away from. Hey, what's up, Steve? What I'm trying to get away from is 97, 98, 99 notifications, like shut my phone off at night on a weekend. I'll wake up, there's like 100 notifications, emails, Christmas, all that stuff. So that's what I'm trying to get away from, is get away from that. As always, you can contact me here. You can contact info@scooterswapshop.com. You can get a hold, we have a WhatsApp account as well. So a lot of international stuff. We do ship to the UK, Bertie, but I would, or Bert Y, however that is, just send me an email or message me, tell me what you want, and give me an address, and then we'll do a custom quote to get you a product. So a lot of times we can fit it in a flat rate box or something like that to save you some money. But it just got to the point where I'd shut my phone off, and I'd have people angry that I didn't answer a personal message on a Sunday night or Christmas Day or whatever. So I just got to get away from that because it's just getting too overwhelming. But Scooter Swap Shop account is always going to be up on Facebook. Our customer service account is always going to be up, so you can message that. Message, call, email. There's still a million different ways to get a hold of us. It's just the personal account I'm going to try to step away from a little bit, because truthfully, I don't want to see your feed of some guy in Ukraine installing a starter on his motorcycle, like all the stuff that comes along with Facebook, the crazy feeds and the drama and stuff. I'm just trying to distance myself from and focus on this stuff, on the business. So there'll be a lot of really cool changes and a little bit more one-on-one customer service, where that stuff just kind of sucked me into it. So I'm trying to do something a little bit different, a little bit better. So a couple things, got some sweet Melosi stuff that just landed today. I think we're doing a full CVT on a Reflex, which should be a lot of fun. So if you guys haven't seen Maxi Scoot stuff, it's huge. These variators for big Maxi Scoot stuff is giant. Best carb to run on a DD50 with Corsa and Aero pipe, hands down, is going to be a Polini 24. We have best luck with the Polini 24. Some guys run a 28. Hawaii guys run a 28. Those probably work better there. But we use the PWK 24s. Keehan is a killer carb too. Keehan, Mikuni, Delordo, and obviously smart carbs and electrons and stuff are overkill for most of what we're doing. But Polini 24 is what I would run. So so we got some Losi stuff in, and then these are going to go on the website today. We got a bunch of RPM disc brake levers as well for the Honda Dios and Honda Elite. So if you've done your front disc swap, these will just bolt right on. So those are pretty sweet. Guys with Honda Sprees, if you're doing Dio swaps with disc brake front ends too, these are going to go there. Those are going to be $45. So pretty good deal. They're aluminum, not too bad. So those are going to go online today. Got a bunch of online stuff. We got like a 1/4 inch of snow on the ground, and everybody's freaking out. So it was a little bit of a late start. And I don't know, Carter's doing something on this build here too. So I think this is a 232. I think something with the starter, a few things. But so yeah, I just want to get that out of the way about kind of how we're changing gears, and this should be really good for customer service. So Steven, or Steve, Big Country, so you said you wanted to do a mild build on your Honda Elite. So let's go over that real quick. So this is just so you guys can see and use this information to keep it. So with the Honda Elite, do you want to run, and bear with me if we already went over this, but do you want to run your stock airbox, or do you want to run a carb with a pod filter? If you run a lot in the rain or ride through puddles and whatnot, wet ground, it's not a bad idea to keep your stock airbox. You're definitely going to be limited with your stock carburetors. So it just depends, and noise too. If noise bugs you, then I would. Hey, awesome! Thanks, Chris. That didn't take too long to get there. That's awesome. If noise bugs you, I would stick with the stock airbox for sure. If noise doesn't bug you, then you could go with the carb with the pod filter. So a lot of times the pod filter is noisier than the pipe. So okay, so it says the 82 NCY or the 82cc NCY and black YMS with the gears and variator. That pipe is going to be 40 big bore kits. So as far as the the QMB stuff, I would buy NCY. I wouldn't buy the off-brand stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there. The Chinese CDIs, those orange CDIs are just junk. Or I'm sorry, the blue, whatever. They have like a little fake graph line on there and a light. Cut them up when they're full of sand. Don't run, just get the NCY stuff. We actually did a big bore kit. We sell a full package. I'm not saying you have to buy it from us by any means, but we did a big bore kit on this Ice Bear back here. Customer, and it actually runs really, really good. I mean, it runs way better than I would have expected, and that's a bolt-on big bore kit from NCY. That's the CDI carburetor intake cam, big valve head. It's a really, really good kit. I think it's a little over $600 with an exhaust and everything, but it's really high quality. So with that stuff, you can get the NCY and get good quality. If you want to go to Amazon and get that stuff, you can do that too, but you're probably gonna have problems, and it's not worth it in my opinion. So I've never been a big GY6 fan just because of the problems, but that kit, it really did impress me. So we did a dyno run. I can't remember what it was at. I'd have to ask Carter, he's not in today, but it was a pretty healthy gain. I mean, it was night and day difference as far as speed goes. So the NCY kit is a really good kit, and that's what I would suggest if you're going to modify the 49cc GY6. So and Steve, on that, I would say, okay, so you're gonna have to do gears. So 82cc NCY with a black YMS, and I'm looking at my computer screen here, so bear with me. The black YMS, gears and a variator, top speed on a stock carb. You're probably gonna be 60, maybe 55 to 60ish, depending on the gears, somewhere in there. That's a good setup. It's gonna be really quiet, and it's gonna be really budget oriented. What I would say is that's definitely gonna be at the lower end of your budget. If you want to go somewhere, you go a little bit better. You could do that same setup, and you could do a Contessa or Melosi cast kit. That's gonna give you more power, more reliability, longevity. You're gonna get the same, you're actually probably gonna get more speed for another $50 or something like that. Bruce Chapman, you wanna build a Razz? I got a Razz for you, buddy. It's for sale, make you a good deal. Dallin would kill me if I sold this bike. Just kidding. Thing actually turned out really cool. I'm gonna wheel it out, show you guys. So this is Dallin Pritchett up in, where are you, Dallin? I always forget, Olympia. Dallin, Jared, all those guys just have killer bikes. All of them are just awesome. So this is Dallin's Razz. So he did 99% of the work. All we did was just, we're working on the wheels and kind of buttoning things up. But this is a Yamaha Razz. It's a Yamaha Razz, and he's got the Honda 94-01 Elite or Honda Dio motor in there. Custom mount, Tim Brown did the mount. Powder coated wheels. It's got the Scooter Swap Shop 2-fast pipe. All Scooter Swap Shop parts on the motor. And it's turning out really cool. So he's got our front end, our disc brake front end, Ruckus tree, all of our disc brake parts as well. It's getting a vapor, some bars on it, and then full 72 build, Polini Corsa, 24 Polini intake manifold, gears, clutch, TFC, bell. So he's getting got the JDM tail coming, which would be nice, and then it's going to get some straight bars on it. So this is going to be an absolute awesome setup. So wanted to give credit to Dallin because this thing is rad. Those guys have some absolutely awesome bikes. So I'm just gonna wheel this thing back next to the arcade game that never gets used, even though it has a lot of cool games on it. I never use it. So anyways, back to the Elite. If I would run the YMS silver pipe, if your YMS silver pipe is definitely going to make more power than, let's look if I have it on the wall, is going to make more power than the black. It's definitely going to be louder, and that's this guy. Okay, it's going to be a little bit louder than the black pipe, but you're going to get more speed. If you're trying to stay with like a stockish look and trying to keep it quiet, then that black pipe is a great option. But I'll see if I can start my Dio here. To let you guys kind of give you an idea of the sound of the silver pipe. So this is This is the NCY. This is the NCY 52 millimeter bore on it. It's 82 cc. I'm keeping this thing really mild. And this is a pipe that's very similar. This is a pipe that's very similar to what that YMS is. This is a different prototype. It's actually NCY, and they sent us one to test to see how it was. And so far, I really like it. It's nice and quiet, and that's kind of what I'm going for on this bike. So, I'll give you an idea of what it sounds like and its noise level. Okay, this thing's really rich, so bear with me. And I don't think I've even really broken this thing in yet, but where should I even start? We'll see. Bummer. There it goes. So there you have it. Honestly, it's not very loud at all. It's a good pipe. The YMS is going to be a little bit louder than that, I think. I think the NCY is a little bit quieter, but I would say, Steve, if you're okay with, yeah, I think it is, Bruce. I just think it's quieter than the YMS, in my opinion. But if you, yeah, you want to do that? Okay, let's do that pipe, and then Clint Eastwood. Would I need a performance coil for an MVT ignition, or can I use a stock one? I would use an MVT. The Zoom ignitions are not very good, to be honest. So I would definitely use a MVT coil. They're really high quality. They're really cheap. I think they're $29 or something like that. They're pretty cheap. But so Steve, let's do one of those silver pipes. I can send you a quote for the silver pipe, for an NCY bore, for your gears, variator, rear contra. You always have to change your rear contra when you do the big bore kit. Clutch springs, you're going to be probably way under your budget, and I'm totally happy with whatever you want to work with. But the next step up would be to go to a Melosi, cylinder, which is going to get you the Italian quality versus Taiwan. Both are going to be probably great. It's totally up to you. So if you guys have questions about builds, or want to know what works best with whatever, just post up here and ask, and I give you some answers. I'm trying to think of what else. We got some sweet new shirts coming out too. I'm just gonna turn around and get you on Facebook here just because the picture's up. So we're doing this design. It's gonna say Scooter Swap Shop on the bottom. Probably gonna put a palm tree in the back to give her some shade, of course, because we wouldn't want her getting any sunburns. Palm tree in the back, Scooter Swap Shop on the bottom. This is gonna be a super limited run. I'll share on Facebook and Instagram when those go up, but I'm probably gonna make maybe like 25 shirts or 30 shirts, and then we're gonna stop. Just like those were a limited run too. We just did one batch of those. So one batch, and then we'll be done with those. But any other questions about parts, builds, anything? Our weather here, 2X dad, I don't know what that means, Bruce, but it's got to be something good, I'm sure, coming from you. But like I said last week, this is going to come apart today. I'm swearing to it, at least, because I've been talking about taking this thing apart for like 2 weeks, and then I just never get around to it because I get sucked into everything else. So Bruce Chapman, your pre-bug motor is in a box down there. It's ready to go. Actually, Carter has to do the gears, or we need to do the gears in the back. I forgot about that. So your bike's sitting there. Once this motor comes out of this bike, this is going to come off the lift. It'll get put up on the rack, and then your bike, Bruce, that thing's going to get put up here. Picked up the 89 Elite E yesterday for $50. The Elite E, unfortunately, is a spree motor. The Elite E, so what I tell people is take it off the floor. It will, it's going on a lift. When I tell people to look at bikes, if they're looking at different bikes, if your Kickstarter goes counterclockwise, if your Kickstarter goes clockwise, like this, on the older Hondas, where you're looking at the Elites, you've got a variator. If it's going the other way, if it's going counterclockwise, you don't have a variator. So if you have an Elite and it's the E and it goes that way, you do not have a variator. And there's and I've gone over this several times. I wouldn't put $1 into your Spree motor, or I wouldn't do a big bore kit on it because we've had so many problems with them. They break in half. I mean, I wouldn't put anything into it if it was me, because you're not going to get the gains, and all the parts offered at this point are just not good. So I would just take it and ride it and enjoy it, because the big bore kits offered, they break in half. They're oval. We had them, and probably 80% of them cracked. The flanges broke off, like literally they cracked. The cylinders just broke in half. The flanges snapped off. I just ended up having to exchange, and said I'm not selling these anymore because they're $25 Chinese cylinders, and they're just really, really bad. Some guys put them on and they run great, but I'd say probably, and a lot of you guys know too with the Spree kits, probably 75-80% of them just fail. So I'd have fun. If you want to have fun with it, have fun with it, but I wouldn't put a big bore kit on it. They make pipes. Treatland makes a pipe, or MLM makes a pipe. That's a good pipe for Spree. You could rock a pipe, a jet kit, on your stock carburetor and probably have a bunch of fun, but you're going to pay $200 for the pipe's $200, but it does work really good. So I've been told. I haven't ran one, but anyways, so any more questions, people, about anything? Bikes, builds, parts? No? All right. Well, let me get to work. I'm gonna pack packages. Steve, I will send you an invoice on your lead stuff right here. Opinion on running a premix or not? I have 72cc Dio setting up with the 24 carb. You're always going to be safer with premix than your oil injection, but I've ran oil injection. I've ran stock oil injection. My wife's Baja has an Aero. It has a Contessa. It has a Delorto carb kit, and I run oil injection. But that was kind of an experiment just to see if it would work, and it works great. So kind of up to you on that one. I would say if you can and you can swing it, I would premix for sure, because there's less likely that you're gonna have something fail or seize. You're definitely gonna run basically a dry mix or whatever if you don't premix. So I would definitely run premix if I were you. That being said, I've gotten away without running it on certain bikes just because for my wife, I just wanted her to be able to fill it up and go. Ed, Hama, okay. I need you here, Ed. I thought you were gonna help me. Oh, Ed's gonna be, there he is. There's Ed in the background. That's right before he crashes. There he is. He wasn't even supposed to be doing that video, but he crashed and he bent the forks on the gyro, and he claims it just fell over. But if you look very closely, he rides right in the seam of the concrete lip there, and he lays it over. Oh, there he goes. He crashed. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. He crashed. He was right in the concrete seam. That's why he crashed. He bent my forks, but you know, we had to straighten the frame out and everything, of course, because of Ed's girth. He bent the gyro pretty badly. So, anyways, all right, guys. Steve, I'm gonna take care of your stuff right now. Premix, I would premix unless it's absolutely necessary that you use stock injection. You did buy new ones. I just have to put them on, unfortunately. One of these days, I'll get to that. So I would premix if I were you. So it's up to you if you don't, but I would if I were you. So 95 main, 45 pilot, 20 key-in on a 47 mil. On which bike, David? Gosh, these things, the questions just go away fast. Have a good ass day. I will have a good ass day, Brandon. Thank you for that. 95 main. Sounds like a big pilot. That sounds like a really big pilot on that key-in, but I don't know what that's going on. But a 45 pilot on a 20 millimeter, that sounds really, really big. I would think if you're running a 70 kit, you should be somewhere 139 QMB. That I'm not too sure, to be honest. What you just want to do with that is just in your altitude affects things. Your your humidity and everything is gonna what did you think about the fluff? The fluff. Oh, it was really good. Thanks, Bruce. Bruce sent us a care package with a bunch of really awesome things in it. So, did Carter have some? Carter, I don't think he did. He's a little bit traumatized, I think, from the different things we got in. Somebody sent us a. It came from Taiwan, I think, and it was a container of like onion crisps or something, but it tasted like dried fish skin, and he ate that. It was disgusted. So I don't think he's really too open to trying things that show up in boxes here, because we've had some very strange things show up in boxes here from vendors. I don't know why they're sending us dried fish skin flakes, but oh yeah, and then we got eggs, some fish eggs of some sort too. But all right, guys, phone's ringing. I gotta go. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Post up any questions you have.